I'm Simone Arabia.
I'm Fever.
And this is Beats,
Sneaks,
and Rhymes. Yeah. Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes. Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes.
Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes.
Boom. Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes. Okay. Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes is a show where we talk about all aspects of hip-hop, culture, sneaker culture, past, present, and future. And so, today's episode, our first segment is the Beats. It's our Beats segment. This segment, we pick an album and we discuss it. Okay, so see, Beats, see, we took the time out and we used Sharpies and we wrote it on the back of index cards. Thank you. All right, so this week we chose which album?
Erick Sermon's
Vernia.
I wanted you to pronounce that for me because I didn't want to get it wrong. So, Vernia.
Yes, this album has 13 tracks. It's 44 minutes long.
And it's dope than a motherfucker.
It's dope.
But, yeah.
It is. It's very dope.
And it's named after his grandmother.
Yes.
Vernia was his grandmother, I think, who recently passed.
Yes, rest in peace to her.
Rest in peace. But the album...
It's really good.
It's really, really good. Mm-hmm. Really, really, really.
This is Erick Sermon we're talking about here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
One half of EPMD. For those of you who don't know.
Yeah. You Never Let Down. The head of the Def Squad.
Yes. The head of the Def Squad.
Yes, that's right. But yes.
So let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
13 tracks. You said that.
Yes.
Has a lot of features. Mm-hmm. I want to say we got Nori. We have
yes. We definitely have Nori.
Who else do we have?
We have Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
Right? And Music Soul Child.
We
have
who's on the song with Nori and him?
Is it? Hold on, I'm gonna just look it up because that's what we do here. We just
look it up.
We verify stuff here. Pete Sneaks and
yeah, he has. But while she looks that up, he has a lot of features. It's only about 2 songs that he has that he does by himself. He has solo without any features.
Raekwon.
How would
how could we forget that?
Fit the chef.
Yes, he has AZ. He has Styles P.
Yes.
Big Crit.
Yes.
Keith Murray.
This album is fully loaded.
Yes.
I mean,
Nature.
Yeah, Nature.
Exhibit.
The whole Nature thing.
His
the
Exhibit. David Banner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's bar heavy. No Malice.
No Malice. And that joint.
It's so good.
That joint is dope.
It is really good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, he also had couple guest producers, Rock Wilder, Pathy, and DJ Battlecat on there.
That's my
did
cat.
A couple
That's
tracks.
My Battlecat.
But overall, this album flows. Is dope.
First of all, it shows how, number one, Erick Sermon, everyone still in 2019, everybody respects Erick Sermon. They respect him as a producer. The fact that he was able to get all of these people to come for his project.
Yep.
The fact that he is a producer who respects and enjoys other producers. He had other producers guest produce on his album. I think it's a testament to why Erick Sermon
makes dope music.
Makes dope music.
Yeah, Erick Sermon, he never let me down as far as any of his albums. Like Oasis, I think another album. I think it's the first solo album may have been called Focus.
Okay.
I remember Focus had a couple features, but it didn't have as many features as Oasis. And
that was probably because he was trying to establish himself, like solo wise, maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Truly indeed. Yeah. But the beats is always banging. I don't think people give Erick Sermon enough credit for being a producer and beat maker that he is.
Okay.
On the real. And it shows throughout history, even back with the EPMD days.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But this album, Vernia, is definitely dope.
It's really good.
If you haven't listened, you should listen.
Please listen to it.
Just like all the features she named, like it's a dope album.
It's really good. I enjoyed it from front to back. I mean, obviously, some songs more than others, but I think overall it's a really good no skip.
Yes, it is.
I think it travels well. and I think it works well in the gym.
Yep.
Those are things that for me that I look for as far as like what I think is really, really good.
Yeah.
There are definitely albums that don't necessarily work too well in the gym because they have a certain type of vibe, but they're still good albums or whatever. But for me,
and as a traveling album, also, you know, it definitely flows. You don't have to skip. You know, you don't have to
like rush to hit the fast forward button or whatever. I think for me, one of the standout tracks is The Cabinet.
The Cabinet is very, very dope. We talked about how, you know, artists don't
do concept songs.
Concept having like So you want to tell them what since your favorite? Tell them.
That's not my favorite, but it's one song.
Well,
that
one song that
out.
is your favorite.
But so The Cabinet is a song that Mr. Eric Sermon has put together, and the concept is based around if he were the president, right?
Yep.
If he were the president of the United States, he is telling us the people from the hip hop industry, the hip hop folks, that he would choose for his cabinet. And he explains why he chooses certain people.
Yeah, why he chooses those artists, and it's transferred from a hip hop aspect into politics of why. You know, I would choose. I don't remember exactly,
but I know he says something about like the whoever the person is that runs like the board of education. He said Lauryn Hill. Like for the health department, he said LL. Stuff like
fit.
that. He stays fit. Exactly. He doesn't go into a bunch of description, but it's so simple. He says, "Well, I choose this person for this position for this reason," and then he's on to the next. Of course, obviously it rhymes. It's a really good concept song.
I totally miss that with artists.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it doesn't go on, but it's very rare. Yeah. That you get, just idea and concept of a song that is just not straightforward. It make you think a little bit and make you be like, oh, that's dope. Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that.
And the fact that it's dope, because sometimes people have an idea for a concept song, and it doesn't necessarily turn out to be as dope as it could have been. But this turned out to be really, really good.
Yes,
it really is good.
I really don't have any favorites. I think it overall, every time I listen, I just listen. You know what I'm saying, and I let it flow.
And it feels good.
It definitely doesn't feel like 13 tracks because of how it flows. Okay. And the songs are pretty regular length. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like when it gets to the end, you start to learn that last song. You be like, "No, this is the end already." But yeah, overall, salute to Eric Sermon.
Salute to Eric Sermon.
Very dope album. Been in the game for a long, long time.
Long time. Make sure y'all get that.
Still doing it. See?
And we'll be back
right after these messages. Boom, bap, boom, bap, boom, 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 boom.
All right, guys, and we are back.
We're back.
We're back. Thank you all for tuning in here to Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes, and we're moving on to our next segment. The next segment is the
sneakers,
kicks. Footwear.
Tennis shoes.
Them shits on your feet. What are those?
Those is Air Jordan 4s. AKA the bugging out.
Shouts out to Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay.
Who played Mr. Bugging Out.
He bugging out.
He bugging out.
Mama name bugging out.
If you don't like these, you bugging out. Mama name bugging out. I'm calling bugging out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about these Jordan 4s.
They was born in 1989. Another number. Get down.
Yes, get down.
Sound of the funky drummer. He's a personal favorite of mine. Yeah, I always wanted those. I never got a chance to actually get.
For one time on this show, someone does not have a pair of sneakers that I actually have. All right, so 1989. That was a good year.
Yeah, it was.
What's so good about these?
I think just the style of them. I mean, even back then until now, like it'd be some sneakers sometimes that they might have been okay back in the day, and then now they might be, and then vice versa. Some sneaks I look at and like, they was ugly back in the day. Now I look at them like, yo, they so dope. But these to me have always been just so, like, clean cut, sleek, and just, you know what I'm saying, just dope. Those and the black ones. Everybody, well, not everybody.
But those of you who remember.
Yeah. Michael Jordan. This is the infamous shot over Craig Elo. He was wearing these. He's actually had on the black ones.
MJ.
But these are also what Bug and I was wearing in Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing.
This is the ones that got scuffed up.
They got scuffed up, and it was a perfect shot. Mastermind Spike Lee with his genius display of cinematography. Yeah. Bugging Out put that foot right on that fire hydrant, and we got the close-up shot of the scuff, and he was trying to.
Yes.
Yeah, he was upset.
He was upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of was like the. I'm not going to say the birth of. Don't step on my sneakers, because it was already a thing, right? And that's why it was in the movie,
right? And so I think him putting it in the movie made it a thing for those people who
didn't know. It made it broader for everyone. Like, yo,
he globalized.
Don't step on my sneaks.
Please don't.
Especially my Jordans.
Please don't.
You know what I mean?
Please.
Especially if they white. Dang.
Please.
But and they just re-released the May 4th. They re-released the black ones. The original color.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, me.
You know.
A little fun fact for you.
Go out there and cop that.
When they retroed these in 1999, they added the Nike Air.
Okay.
And then when they did that again in 2013, they added the Jumpman logo. See?
Okay.
I have a little. I did a little research.
How they feel though?
Ha! Well, listen. These are a shoe, a sneaker, a kick that you want to put on your feet and get to your destination and floss. Not exactly the most comfortable sneaker. I've been in worse sneakers, but this is not, I'm walking around the city all day. No.
Okay.
You're not doing that. Well, and I'm not doing that. Maybe it's my feet. I don't know, but they're not.
Maybe you need to put some insoles in them.
Perhaps. However, my judge of whether the shoe is comfortable is when you don't have to do all that altering.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But but they're so dope.
Style be hurting sometimes.
Hey, listen. Beauty is pain. Pain is beauty.
No. But I feel you. But, I never had the luxury of wearing them.
Sorry. See how he likes to try to kill people with index cards. So, salute to Michael Jordan. And the Jordan 4.
Air Jordan 4.
A.K.A. the Bugging Outs.
Cop those. You got over $200.
I got low people feet. I don't got to pay that much. We'll be back. Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi, guys. We're back.
This is the segment that we call
the Dwayne,
Roger,
and Rerun segment, because we're here to tell you
what's happening.
What's happening? What's happening?
We don't sync. We don't sync.
Boom. All right. So, in the hip hop world of what's happening, Kev Brown of the Low Budget Crew, representing that DMV, the District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia area. Been producing for 20 years or so. He went to his band camp and he made this announcement a few weeks ago. I'm going to read it for you. Peace, y'all. Just wanted to say thanks for holding me up / down the past 20 years. At this point in my life, it looks like I'm shutting things down as far as trying to pursue this music thing anymore. Creative-wise, things are great, but I've never seemed to be able to make a real living from what I love. The business side of things is something I never really fully got a hold of. Even a lot of music I have out right now, I guess money is being accumulated, but I don't think I'm ever going to see it. From labels / streaming services / ... things like that. I know some fans just want the music, period, but as an artist out here, it's deeper than just music. I've never had any big records with any artist either. I have some stuff with Busta, I think, but I have no idea when or if that stuff ever comes out. I plan on finishing up these last few projects with other artists and whatever shows I've agreed to do before I came to this decision. Big thanks again for everything. And then he went on to disable his Twitter account and his Instagram. And so I chose this about what's happening because this is definitely affecting hip hoppers. And I wanted to talk about it because I'm a personal Kev Brown fan. I got hip to Kev Brown when everybody was remixing Jay-Z's The Black Album.
Okay.
And of course, you know, after that, you know, I kind of doubled back and started following his career. So when Danger Mouse did the Grey Album, which he took Jay-Z's lyrics and he put them over beats from the Beatles. Okay. Kev Brown and a couple of other producers did the same similar thing. And Kev Brown's version I really liked. It was
the Brown album.
It was the Brown album.
By the way,
it was definitely called the Brown album. That came out in 2004. And so, you know, this topic to me is, you know, as an artist of a certain age, I felt him, and I feel sad.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, I mean, even if the farewell sounds sad, you know, you feel for artists like this that have put the time and the work in, and they get to a certain point where it's like they don't quite get over the fence of I don't want to say fame, but whatever goal, higher standard goal that artist is reaching for, right? You know what I mean? Because he's known, he's well enough to be known, but he didn't quite cross that bridge, that you know, get over that fence part that makes him, you know, well known
enough to really reap the financial benefits. Let's just be honest about it.
There you go.
You know, being an independent artist is difficult. Being an artist, period. Let's just put it out there. Being an artist, period.
Yes.
Is hard work, right? Some is harder than others, right? But for people like Kev Brown,
you got a passion for the music. When you love the music, it's not just a hustle.
Right.
It's not just getting money. Like, you love to make music.
You love it. And he definitely loves it. I've seen him at a couple of, you know, events in Maryland. Always really cool. You know, very humble dude.
Approachable.
You know, very approachable. You know, you tell him you like his music and stuff like that. You can see, you know, he's very genuinely appreciative of people who listen to his music. But one thing that people don't realize is that, you know, and he talked about it in his farewell letter to the world, you know, talking about streaming services and stuff like that. And and I think that deserves a whole nother segment, like a whole nother topic on a whole nother episode. But, you know, how to recoup your money from stuff like that. And, you know, we talk about sustainable living and being an independent artist, but you have to be able to sustain yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not, people like, oh, do it for the love. Like, yeah, but after a while, like, this shit costs money.
It does.
Putting out an album costs money. Even if you are the producer and the rapper, you still you know what I'm saying? Clearing samples, getting other artists, paying for engineer time. What if you're not an engineer? You know, all of those things.
Traveling,
the time away from your family. You know, all the electricity that you're running in your house because you have lights on and you have, you know, you're on your beat machine and you're on your computer 24 hours a day for the next 3 weeks because you want to get this album done.
You need money for that.
Yeah. And so, you know, I mean, of course, selfishly, I don't want him to not be out here for me, you know, and other people who listen to his music. But, you know, I have to respect the fact that this is where he is right now. And, you know, he has to take the time he needs for himself, whether it's permanently or it's time, you know, where he needs to do something else creatively. I mean, he's a creative person. I don't think that he's going to stop creating things, whatever those things are. You know, whether it's music, it might be film, it might be, you know, creating things with his hands and stuff like that. But when you're a creative person, you don't just go and sit at a desk.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And that be it. I mean, you may have to go do that, but you still find ways to have, you know, your creativity.
It's really hard to take a creative person or artistic person and just
cut it
strip it off from them. Period. But yeah, and he's definitely not the only artist. But in the time of social media, he's an artist that is able to open up and let the people know. Yeah. Like, this is not the first and definitely probably won't be the last time it happens to an artist that, like I said, gets to a certain stature of success, but it's not enough success that fulfills that artist. Yeah. You know, or, you know, pays the bills well enough to keep it going.
You know, I mean, he's made music with notable people like De La Soul, Jazzy Jeff, A Little Brother, Rap Lover, you know. And so then when you have moments like that, you be like, maybe this is the record to take me. You know what I mean? Maybe this is the moment. I'm not saying that this is what he thought, but this is, it's, I mean, you got to think
that way. Is you know, the steps you're following, and then you get to this, you know, you get to De La Soul, and you're like, all right, I'm at De La Soul. Like, I got a track with De La Soul. Like,
that's a level.
And that's a level. And then so you look for it, and you're probably thinking, all right, man, I did a track with De La Soul. I got to have other people, you know, artists come to me, you know, to make music, you know, pass my name around. You know, but then if it just kind of stops at De La, you know what I'm saying, a little brother vibe, you know, it might be hard to persevere and to go on. Yeah. You know, but shout out to that brother. I hope it's really not the end. You know, I hope, you know, he has something going on. Maybe this letter sparks something in someone that we don't know, artist well known, that is like, nah. Yeah. Come on in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And it might be a whole new chapter for him.
Might be a whole new chapter for him.
But you know, if you can support his music, he put out a joint recently. Let me just get the name, because the one he put out last year is called Homework. The one he just put out this year is he put out 2 last year. Excuse me. Fill in the Blank and Homework. And you know, if you can cop that, you know, and cop it, like really literally pay for it, not stream it if you can. Because you need to sustain yourself in this business. Yep. So shouts out.
Look out for the artists. They're giving you something you like. You listening to it, get you through your day, whether you cleaning, whether you on your way to taking your kid to school or soccer practice, football, whatever, or whatever you're doing, you cooking, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Like, you know,
juicing, you're doing whatever,
exercising. Like, these, you know, artists pay the artists, so you know they help you get through your day.
You guys
and do
don't realize how much music is a part of your daily lives. You know what I mean? You hear a song and it'll be that moment that'll carry you to the next moment. Yep. You know, I know particularly with him, he has this song called Army Fatigue Rap with another local artist. His name is Camber. I played that song forever. It just got me like through, like I felt like strong. You know what I mean? And so, you know, shouts out to Kev Brown, man. We hope you return.
Salute.
Salute. We're back. This is
rhymes.
Rhymes. Bars. Rhymes. Lyrics. This is the rhyme segment. This is our last segment. And this is where we pick a verse, some lyrics from an artist. Might be known, might be unknown. And we break them down and we talk about them and we give it shine. So today we are shining the spotlight on
Organized Confusion. The Pharoah Monch verse from In Vitro. The song is like 20 years old. But like,
stop right there. Like the song is like 20 years old.
The song is like 20 years old. Now. This song In Vitro is about...
Well, first of all, what album?
Oh, excuse me. In Vitro was from the album called Equinox. Which dropped in 1997.
That was a good year.
Yes, that was a good year. Pretty good year for hip-hop.
It was a good year for hip-hop.
Yes, and this song In Vitro is about, well, you know, Organized Confusion consists of 2 MCs, and that is Pharoah Monch and...
Prince Poe. Shouts out to Prince Poe.
Shout out to Prince Poe.
Yes.
Who did very well on the song, dope lyric, but I think Pharoah Monch's kind of stood out to me a little more.
Absolutely.
But this song is about situations of 2 babies still in the in vitro.
In womb, yes.
In the womb. And one wants to be born. And the other doesn't want to be born. He doesn't want to be born because of already the things that he's already gone through while he is in the womb. The other one wants to be born, but I believe the mother is contemplating not keeping him. And he raps, and that's Prince Poe's part.
That's Prince Poe's part.
And he raps more about like what he can do if he can step foot in this world.
Right. So he's filled with hope and promise and what can be. Yeah. You know, just give me the chance, I will become this.
And again, talking about concepts to a song.
You see how we bring things back around on Beats
Talking about Rhymes? Concepts to a song.
We bookend stuff here. You talk about concepts. This is a dope concept.
Yes, this is a dope concept. Remember, Equinox, the third album from Organized Confusion. Verse starts off, 2 weeks before my old man bust up in her, my mom's never walked slow. Now she smoke crack, sit back and listen to talk shows. I hope she don't eat poor fried rice tonight. See, the cholesterol already got my arteries tight. I might select even before she injects the lethal chemicals to wrap the umbilical cord around my neck. Shit, I'm pissing in the abdomen, 2.5 weeks old, and I'm already having thoughts of stabbing men.
Stop right there. All right, so first of all, let's talk about how he starts.
Yes.
Okay. He says 2 weeks
before my old man bust up in her.
That's the first line.
She smokes crack, sit backs and listen to talk shows. Just like the morale of that, you know, his mom has. Cholesterol already got his arteries tight, you know, from what she's eating, the chemicals going in her body and affecting him. And then he goes on to say, unraveling plots and plans for thieving and shit, immune to the gospel, not believing in shit. Where the fuck do I go from here? Because when the afterbirth disperses, it's hard to persevere. I swear I can't fuck with it. She hits about 2 packs of cigarettes a day and I'm stuck with it. The asthmatic, internally scarred from crack addicts who share needles outside on the rain on Craftmatics and laugh at it.
Stop right there.
This is a picture painted.
It is so vivid. It's so vivid. And I know that people who have vivid memories of the crack era. Yes. Vivid memories of mothers pregnant. Vivid memories of, young children, babies born with addiction issues and stuff like that. This painted a picture. The only way this picture could have been painted any more clearer is if we could like time travel.
Yes. Or you could watch it on a movie or something.
Exactly.
One of the and I don't want to break up what we're saying, but one of the most important scenes to me in a movie, New Jack City, is where they zoom out from the park, sort of, and it shows the ground and it shows how many crack valves is on the ground. Yeah. And it really was like that. Like if anything was true about that movie, it was that 2-3 second scene.
Crack valves everywhere,
and that's just how bad crack was.
That's how bad it was. Yeah,
and this is definitely the time of when crack was at its height.
Yeah,
you know,
really
and
was.
as far as especially breaking families up. It goes on to like the bridge into the chorus is, I'd rather not be born than to be scorned in this world of hate, where the life escaped me like thorn. No, stick me like thorn, wild like pornography, the autobiography of the unborn.
And what an autobiography it is, okay? Yes. And think about how many people, just think about it. First of all, he's a black man, and he's having this discussion in rap form, right? In the blackest genre of music, right? During one of the harshest periods in this country for black Americans, the crack era, right? Not the harshest, but one of them. I mean, obviously slavery, right? But like the crack era was like horrendous, right? And for a lot of MCs, we grew up dead smack in the crack era. Some of us were, addicted to some sort of substance because we had parents that were doing horrific things while we were still growing in the womb. And for this African American, for this black man to say, and for these two black men to have this chorus that starts off, I'd rather not have been born.
Well, yeah. Well, again, Prince Poe,
Right.
His bridge into the chorus
is different.
I'd rather be born.
I'd rather be born.
Yeah.
You know, and then, but I'm saying for this song to start off that way, it's so strong, in my opinion, you know, because so many brothers in my personal life that I've known, like they, you know, you go through despair and you have hardships. And so I've heard them say on numerous occasions, I wish, you know, I was never born. I wish my mother shouldn't have had me. You know, I've seen people tell other people, your mother should have flushed you. You know what I mean? And it's based on because of the horrible conditions that you deal with, that we've dealt with as people. And for them to paint a, you know, a grim picture and a hopeful picture in the same song. You know?
And about someone who hasn't even breathed the air yet.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's just genius. I mean, you know, to take, because you can give a doctor's perception of, you know, what you're doing to your body.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Health experts and all of that. But to paint a perception from a child in the womb saying, look, this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
I don't even want to come out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or, you know, I want to change the world, but my mom is thinking about not even letting me out.
Right.
You know? So,
and I think this is a timely conversation, especially what's going on in the news with the abortion bans and all of that stuff. You know, so many adults for so many years have spoken on behalf of unborn children. You know, and for us to reflect back on a song where, you know, fictionally 2 unborn children are giving you both sides.
Yes.
I think it's very timely that we chose that.
And not to go down that rabbit hole, but just a perspective of, for those people who are pro and who are not, you know, the whole, this person doesn't deserve or doesn't want to be, because they can't take care of it, because of their addiction, because of whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then you have, you know, the other side where, you know, kid wants to be born,
and just give me the chance, and you never know what the future may hold. You know, so I think that it's great, and it just paints, you know, a really good picture for African Americans.
Yep.
Black people.
Yep. So shout out to Organized Konfusion.
Shouts out to Organized Konfusion.
It'd be nice if we hear something from y'all, like new.
You know,
like,
we're not asking for a lot.
An album or nothing.
An EP.
Maybe an EP.
We'll take 5 songs.
5 songs.
5 songs.
Ooh, 5 songs.
We'll take 5 songs.
Now.
We'll be 5 songs. That's
5
it. That's
songs.
all we asking for.
Yep. With Primo, Large Professor,
and Fever. If you need beats.
And Fever doing the beats.
Bars.
Right.
So yeah, shouts out to them, man. You know, hopefully we'll get something soon.
Classic. Equinox. In Vitro.
1997.
Oh, yeah. But before we wrap this up, though.
First of all. See, always trying.
I'm gonna get that down.
You are banned. All right, so look. Right here. Crenshaw, Slauson. You already know what this is. From the Marathon store. Yeah. Shouts out to Nipsey Hussle, man. Rest in peace to him. You know, you were a light in this life, in this culture.
Yes.
In the lives of people who obviously knew you, and us who never got a chance to meet you, but you definitely have impacted us on so many levels.
Yes. He was a king. And he molded himself and earned to where he was to be. He did. Like he is the epitome of his name. Like he didn't name his name Nipsey. He wasn't Nipsey Hussle and was scraggly. Right. You know, his time with us on this planet.
Yeah. He was out here hustling. Hustling and for everything that he got. For everything that he saw for himself,
he worked
and for his
hard
family, and for his people that was around him. He had a clear vision, and every time he just was knocking down walls. He was just knocking them down. And so we salute you, and rest in peace to you.
Rest in peace. Marathon continues.
Yes, it does.
All you suckers run a lap.
Run a lap.
Peace.